Hello everybody, this is Mr. Stamkos, and today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my Hockey Legends playlist, and today I'm going to be talking about Pavel Bure, who was a great player, and unfortunately his career was cut short. As you can see, I got the board a bit nicer for this video compared to last time, and we're going to get right into it. So, Pavel Bure was drafted 113th overall in 1989 by the Vancouver Canucks. I believe he was a 5th round pick, and for him to be drafted 113th is great. You can take a look at a guy from nowadays who might be in the same kind of shoes as Bure, Kirill Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov is a Russian who was drafted in the 5th round in 2015. He has a great shot, and you might see a Pavel Bure comparison, potentially. They're both small guys as well. I just hope that Kaprizov has a longer career than Bure. Pavel Bure is a 6-time All-Star in 1993, 1994, 1997, 1998, 2000, and 2001 were his 6 All-Stars. He's a 3-time Rocket Richard winner in 94, 2000, and 2001. And he won the 1992 Calder Trophy with 110 points. He was inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2012, and injuries indeed did end his career early, unfortunately, and down here. Since we're talking about a Russian, I decided to put rest in peace Timur Fayzutinov, just to pay my respects to him, because a really tragic issue that happened, and it's awful. So let's begin his career. So 1991-92, coming right out of the gates, he is 20 years old, and in 65 games, Pavel Bure has 34 goals, 26 assists for 60 points, even plus minus in 30 penalty minutes, and a 34-goal campaign, 60 points on, not the best Vancouver Canucks team. Really, really great numbers there. Especially with him just being kind of fresh out of the draft a couple years ago, at 20 years old. And yeah, so he wins the Calder that year. And 1992-93 is his best year already. So in 83 games in 92-93, he has 60 goals, 50 assists, 110 points, a plus 35, and a 69 penalty minutes. And it's one of 2 times he had 60 goals in his career. He's been very close 4 times. He could have had multiple 60-goal seasons. I don't know, I wouldn't have been surprised, but unfortunately that's not what happened. But an amazing year out of Bure. He made the All-Star game, and he somehow didn't win the Rocket Richard. But in 1993-94, in 76 games played, he puts up 60 goals again, so he could have had 65 that year easily. 47 assists for 107 points, a plus 1, and 66 penalty minutes. So, another strong year. This year he makes the All-Star game again, and he wins the Rocket Richard for his first time. And just great. At 22, you've already made 2 All-Star games. You're a Rocket Richard winner. And this is totally unexpected, I think, from Vancouver Canucks fans. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know how Bure performed in the KHL or wherever he was playing in Russia. But 1994-95 is when the first injury hits. He misses half the season, and in that half season, which I'm assuming is the second half, he gets 20 goals, 23 assists for 43 points, a minus 8, and 47 penalty minutes, and he just doesn't look the same. The 60-goal dominance is gone. Sorry, I hate dropping the whiteboard, but you still see that kind of maybe 40-goal potential there and 80-point guy, but it looks like Bure might not get back to that form. And in 95-96, he only plays 15 games, and he has 6 goals, 7 assists for 13 points with a minus 2 and 8 penalty minutes. So it looks like he's kind of washed at 24, and it's not his fault at all. Injuries happened, and he looks beat. 96-97, he plays 63 games, so a bit more, but he still misses time. In the 63 games, he had 23 goals, 32 assists for 55 points, so looks like he's relying on a little bit more of his playmaking skills. A minus 14 and 40 penalty minutes, and a good year, but compared to what Vancouver Canucks fans witnessed just 5 years ago, it's nothing. It's nothing even close. And now we go on to 1997-98. Now, this is a great year for Bure because he plays a full season, and he looks great in that full season. In 82 games, he has 51 goals, 39 assists for 90 points. It's no 60-goal, 50-assist campaign. It's not 100 points, but he gets 50 goals again, and it looks like Pavel Bure could go back to being what he was. +5, 48 penalty minutes. And this is his last season in Vancouver because in the offseason, he goes to Florida. And his year there is unfortunately shortened, but in the 11 games he played, he had 13 goals and 3 assists for 16 points. So he was over goal per game. And just imagine what could have happened if Pavel Bure plays that whole 1998-1999 season. Does he finish with 60 goals? I think he has more. I think he finishes with around 70 goals in that year, which would actually be so crazy. But Florida looks like they got a great player if the injury doesn't affect him too badly. And going on to the next year, 1999-2000, it looks like it didn't. Because in 74 games played, Pavel Bure has 58 goals, 36 assists for 94 points, +25 and 16 penalty minutes. And just such a great season. Again, if he plays the full season, he sat some games. If he plays the full season, he has 60 goals. I'm willing to guarantee it. And he probably has 100 points too. I'm willing to guarantee it. So 2000-2001 is his last great season. He has 82 games played, 59 goals. So another great year, 33 assists, 92 points, a -2, and 58 penalty minutes, which is second for his... No, that's not second for his career. But yeah, another great offensive output. And this is his last All-Star game in 2001. Because 2001-2002, he gets traded halfway through to the New York Rangers. And in total that year, he plays 68 games, 34 goals, so still on a great goal-scoring pace. Probably on pace for about 45 goals that year. 35 assists and 69 points, so he's still over a point per game. -5 and 62 penalty minutes. And he's only 30. It looks like he might be able to go on to have a good next 5 to 8 seasons. But unfortunately, what people didn't know is that 2002-2003 would be Pavel Bure's last year, where he plays 39 games, he gets injured, 19 goals, 11 assists for 30 points, +4 and 16 penalty minutes, and at the young age of 31, Pavel Bure retires. And it's really, really unfortunate because Pavel Bure did not deserve any of this. It's just concussions and broken legs and whatever else happened to him. But I think the main reason why Pavel Bure retired was because of the concussions. I think he suffered with a lot of concussions in his career, and it really sucks because back then you didn't really have the medicine, and you didn't have the knowledge of concussions like you do today, because this is 30 years ago. And you just have to think, what would have happened with Pavel Bure if he played in today's NHL instead of the rough and tough 90s where he was small, he was under 6 foot, he was not a big guy, and he got thrown around on the ice. His goal scoring was just so lethal, and guys went right at him, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's just the risk that you have to take by playing Pavel Bure on the ice, even if he's a 60-goal scorer. And I fully believe that Pavel Bure could have easily had 700, 800 goals in his career if the concussions and the injuries didn't come. But that's a big if, because you don't know, right? And it really sucks. So in his career, Pavel Bure played 702 games. He had 437 goals, 342 assists for 779 points, for a +42 and 494 penalty minutes in a 12-year career. And it was one hell of a career as well, just very, very good throughout it all. Even at his lowest, where he played 11 games, where he played 15 games, 39 games. It was a rough go at things for Pavel Bure, and it really sucks because this is a guy like Bob Gainey who people don't talk about for being great because he wasn't around for long enough. He doesn't have a lasting dynasty, because when you look at the Hall of Fame numbers, you see guys with 1,000 points, a lot of them, and you're gonna have to scroll and scroll and scroll down to find a guy like Pavel Bure. But this is just one of the unknown hockey greats that people never talk about, just like Bob Gainey. And Bob Gainey brought the two-way game to the NHL. He brought that awesome defensive forward game to the NHL, no doubt. But what Pavel Bure brought to guys like Alex Ovechkin and Nikita Kucherov, some of the great Russian snipers and even some of the great snipers today, is he brought that scoring ability. He showed them how to score with these 60-goal seasons, and this is just a great example of a guy who doesn't get enough recognition still, but is in the Hall of Fame. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I wanted to put this one out especially quick because I think Pavel Bure is a guy who needs to be talked about a lot more than he is. Same with Bob Gainey, and I genuinely love Pavel Bure. I love a lot of these really underrated Hall of Famers that, you know, when you look at them closer, like, wow, why isn't this guy talked about at all? And why do people not know him? Why didn't I know him? And that's what I said when I first found out of Pavel Bure, because shortened careers will do that to a player. They just get forgotten. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go follow the Mr. Stamkos Instagram if you haven't already, and please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. But for now, bye.